Hey guys, what's going on? Happy Tuesday. We are heading back to the office. A great day today. We knocked out a nice project in Decatur. We're going to be going back Friday to do some more countertops. Got booked two new jobs today that came in. But anyway, I got a Facebook message from a cleaner and say, Courtney, how do you get into these high-paying homes? Okay, how do I get into the high-paying homes? Well, guys, let's rewind. Let's go back just a little bit. I started out cleaning carpets, and when I started cleaning carpets, guys, I was that $20 a room, 5 rooms, $99. You know, then I went to 4 rooms, $99. All right, and just realizing, man, just over time, you know, it just wasn't making sense to me because I'm busy. You know, you always hear people say, I'm busy. But a wise man told me a long time ago, he said there's a difference between staying busy and making money, all right? And it took me a while to understand that, but it finally clicked. So let's fast forward as I'm, you know, really starting to understand my business. I'm really starting to mingle with other colleagues in the industry that were operating at a much higher standard. Started to realize it all boiled down to the price. Okay, guys, the reason why I say this, I was talking to Mr. Ron Musgraves yesterday. Shout out to Ron, man. He gave me my first speaking opportunity, and we was talking about, you know, a lot of people get into business and they market these low prices, but then they'll get upset with the people that they work for. Okay, and guys, you have to realize, okay, you have to look at your price as like a smoke signal. Okay, it's a signal that you're sending out. So if you're sending out, you know, cheap prices, what do you think you're going to attract? You're going to attract cheap clients. It's that simple, right? So the 3 things you need to understand: how do you get into better high-paying homes, high-paying tickets, high-paying clients? All right, I just got the phone with one of my good buddies and colleagues and one of my mentors, Mark Sager. We just got off the phone, man. And this is the thing you guys have to understand when it comes to attracting a certain person when it comes to price. First, you have to raise your price. That is one of the biggest hurdles and one of the biggest fears that so many people in business cannot get over, just raising their price. Why? Because they're afraid they're going to lose clients. And guys, you know what the reality is? You are going to lose clients, but you're going to lose the ones that you don't want to work for anyway. Okay. Second, after you raise your price, okay, you then have to make sure your company or whatever you're offering matches your price. Okay, so again, you can't raise your price but not look like you are trying to demand what you want. Okay, and 3, you have to operate like your price. So you have to raise your price. Okay, you have to raise your price, right? You have to look like your price, and you have to operate like your price. For example, you ever went to a 5-star steakhouse? You ever went to a 5-star resort? Same thing. They have high prices, they look like they're high price, and they operate like high price. Guys, it's that simple across the board. I don't care if it's a vehicle, I don't care if it's a house, I don't care if it's a product, a watch, shoes, a hotel, whatever. Food, it's all the same. And even services. Okay, so with that being said, guys, those are the 3 things, 3 pointers that can help somebody who wants to get better paying clients. And when you get to those better paying clients, you know what's going to happen? You're going to become more profitable. You're going to work less. Or again, you might have a hotel that can only have to sell 1 room a night, where another hotel might have to sell 10 rooms to make the same amount of money. And that's the thing that a lot of us cannot get over, because I used to be the same way. I need jobs, I need jobs, I need jobs, I need a bunch of jobs. And then I started to realize, no, I don't need a bunch of jobs. I just need the right jobs. I just need the right clients. You know, man, yesterday I was He's a forgot the guy's name, but he's an influencer, and he speaks on Facebook and other platforms. And he was saying we need to bring back $20 haircuts, and so many people was agreeing, and a lot of people were not agreeing. And I was one of those people. I did not agree, because why? We're just looking at it from our perspective, as the buyer. But as the seller, guys, I was getting $20 haircuts 25 years ago, okay? And what we have to understand, inflation, okay? The cost of living. So, like I said on that same post, if a barber is still charging $20, and I've actually told barbers this, okay? If you guys have been charging the same price for 10, 15 plus years, and your cost of living has gone up, your cost of business is going up, but you're still charging the same price, you're not making the same amount of money. You're actually making less money, because your cost of living has gone up, but your cost, your operation cost, your business, your profit has not gone up. It's actually going down. And it's really, a lot of people just can't grasp that, They don't understand that. So, guys, in business, you have to get to a point where you are profitable. It's not just about doing a job. It's just not about selling a product. It's not just about cutting a hair, cleaning, whatever it is. It's about being profitable. And this is why me and Mark was saying, this is why when you look at certain individuals, they'll try to justify why their business is the way it is, or why they're operating the way they operate. And at the end of the day, guys, most of the time it's because they cannot afford to operate at a higher standard, because they're not making enough profit. Guys, there's no way my business is doing great, and there's no way I'm going to be driving a 25, 30-year-old van just to say my van paid off. What? There's no way I'm going to be using equipment that looks as old as me just to say I got it at a cheap price. Guys, it doesn't make sense. A lot of times people, they have to justify why they operate, and again, I get it. But at the end of the day, guys, to answer that question, that's how you get into the high paying homes. You have to charge more, okay? You have to look like you what you're charging, and you have to operate the way you're charging. So again, for me in my business field, it's not just it's the appearance, okay? But then also, all right, my communication skills, my presentation, my people skills, okay? All that plays a part in how you attract certain type of clients. You see what I'm saying? Because you are starting to operate with a certain individual, and if you can't relate to them, if you can't communicate with them, if you can't use proper terminology and vocabulary, guys, that's not going to be a good look. See what I'm saying? And what that does, it boosts your confidence. Especially when your presentation. You see what I'm saying? When I get my new vans and I got full wraps, God, that boosts my confidence. It makes me feel better when I'm going to certain type of clients. It makes me operate better. And it plays a huge part. And the funny thing, like me and Mark was saying, when you work for those type of clients, they're the ones that pay they pay more, but they have the least expectations. They have realistic expectations. They tip. The house we just did, they were not there. They left the key there for us, told me to call them when I was done, made the payment before I left, and then ended up booking another appointment for another day this week. 15, 20 years ago, it would have been opposite. If I would have got there before them, I would have had to wait on them. They would have watched everything I did. They would have questioned everything I did. When certain things don't come out, during the process, and even though I've told them, they still question it. I remember I used to clean carpets. I used to tell people, those things ain't coming out. I mean, it got to the point where I had to create a sign-off form. I would tell people, those things ain't coming out. That rust, whatever it is, And after I was done, so that's not, huh? Did you not just hear me an hour, 2 hours ago? You know, but that's just the difference, guys, when you work for certain people, man. I hate to say it, the people who tend to want to pay the less, they have the highest expectations. You know, it's that old saying, you know, people who have beer money but they got champagne taste, it's the same thing. So, all right, guys, raise your prices, look like your prices, and operate like your prices. You can master those three things, you'll be good to go. See you in the next one.